What is up, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen? We have a great video for you today because some of my veggies need harvested. And look at the way the garden's growing, okay? We got the ones in the totes doing absolutely amazing. Look at this. We got our first little tomato on this tomato plant. I planted some flowers. These are supposed to keep pests away. I'm not sure exactly what those pests are. Maybe it's insects, maybe it's rodents. I'm not for sure, but I planted those. We have, oh no, this one's dying. Look at that little guy. We have some pepper plants, more pepper plants. Tomatoes are growing. As soon as I put them in actual soil instead of the cups that were over there, they started talking to your boy. We also have some more tomatoes, and the cucumbers are really starting to branch out. I'm gonna be interested to see how these grow. This back one doesn't look like it's doing much of anything, to be honest with you. Not sure why that is, but we will figure that out. Pepper plant, I think there's one more pepper on it. Fruit in general on the back line, not doing great. I think obviously the what they call trellises are just not nearly big enough for what we got going on. But you know what? We're trying our best to keep them alive, and they just need an ungodly amount of water. So I'm working on that, but it is what it is. Pepper plants over here are looking good. Even the pepper plants that are over here are looking good. Tomato plant, as soon as I moved it, is good. And we are getting tomatoes. That one's almost ready to go. No, someone's been eating that one. Okay, so I guess I gotta eat that one like today, I guess. But hey, we're getting some food. But what I was excited about is my potatoes look like they are ready to go. And the onions, I cut off the tops of them, been eating the tops of them, the green onions, look ready to go. So the harvest day is officially time, or it is officially time to harvest, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not for sure. So let's see how we're doing this. It's been a long couple months waiting for some of this stuff to be ready to go. I didn't know exactly what I was going to store these in. Initially, I was going to use like a big old tote, but it said don't use a tote because it's not breathable. It said use cardboard. So I don't know. We're going to see. But let's see what we're looking like. Oh, I guess I should have got some. These are just roots. What am I supposed to do with these like roots and stuff? Do I just... Okay, I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do with some of this stuff. So until I figure it out, I guess it's just going down there. What? We have some potatoes. Not big, well, at least not this one. But look, we have a potato. It's been months and months and months of waiting and hoping. And really, the whole reason I brought this out here was to kind of clean these before I put it in there. You know, just slightly, nothing crazy. I don't know how far does this go down? Okay, are these not supposed to have potatoes on the ends of them? Hey, we got a little bit bigger of a potato over here. I got a little potato coming off of the potato, but look at that. We have produce. And I'm just gonna hope just kind of hope that I'm taking out the right things and not taking out the wrong. Look at all these potatoes. That is so cool. I'm so happy because it's been months and months of me just kind of hoping for the best. Obviously, potatoes grow under the soil, and I wasn't sure if, they were actually like growing or not. Wasn't too sure. Obviously, I can't see under the soil, but got a lot of small potato, which is kind of weird because all the bulbs that I put in here were for like massive potatoes. So I wonder if that's just kind of how it goes, maybe. And also, how am I supposed to know if I get all of these out without dumping the whole bucket out? Because I would like to keep some of this soil. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, okay? This right here. This is what I'm talking about. That is a potato. Too bad it only took like 6 months to grow this thing, but it is what it is. I feel like some of these, I don't know. Okay, what do y'all think is gonna be the easiest way? Or am I just kind of like gonna lose out on all of these, all this soil, I guess. Some of these potatoes are like not looking too hot. They look like they're smashed into bits. And that's not good. Okay. I think we might have to change the way in which we're doing this. Said, I don't know what I'm doing by any way, shape, or form, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have to pour this whole thing out to kind of figure out what all's in here. So, you know what? I feel like that might make the most sense. And I mean, I don't really have any other options if I'm being completely honest with you. So let's go ahead and pour this out and let's see what all's in this bucket, I guess. Oh, another potato. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised that there's potatoes in here, but I am surprised that there's potatoes in here. Also, for being somebody that's never grown something before, like not a flower, not anything, I really don't want to waste all of this soil. You know what? I have an idea. Will it work? We may never know. But maybe if I do this. Sure, some of the soil's wasted, but you know what? I should have thought this out ahead of time. Next time, I'll do better. But if I pour it on here, then I can get the potatoes out and then reuse the soil. Or at least that's my hopes. Maybe I shouldn't be reusing it. I don't know, really know. Another potato. Look at that. Another potato. Oh, there's a lot of potatoes in here. I was also interested to see like how many potatoes would actually be made. I don't think this one's ready yet, so we're gonna replant that one potentially. Because this is essentially just gonna be our potato bucket going forward. Another potato. Another potato. And I really, really hope that these potatoes are ready to be taken out of here. Like I said, all the leaves are dead that were coming off the top. And AI told me that was the sign that the potatoes were ready to be harvested. I'm not going to lie. If I only got 5 potatoes out of here, I'm going to be so... Like, what are these roots? You're telling me there's no potatoes in here? Come on, dog. All right. You know what? This is all just roots. Okay. Well, apparently that's all the potatoes we got. I'm really kind of disappointed in that. Because, yeah, there's a ton of roots, but, like... Okay, maybe I should have planted in a much, much larger number of potatoes. I'm not sure. Like, look at all these roots. Okay, well, you know what? For our first harvest, which was months and months in in months and months and months and months and months. At least we got something out of it. So you got to be positive, right? Is this the most efficient way to do this? I'm not for sure. Okay, I was worried about losing all the dirt and then I immediately lose all the dirt or soil or whatever. I feel like that was a lot of roots for 5 potatoes. Trying to see if there's any thing I missed. I see there's other small little potatoes here. So I guess my thoughts are, I mean, yeah, we're just gonna re-throw these back in here, I guess, and hopefully they grow. So I need some more starting potatoes. But that's our potato harvest. Look, I'm just your handy dandy neighborhood gardener. Trying to figure out how exactly to guard. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm slightly disappointed in the amount of potatoes that were produced. I mean, there's nothing really I can do about it, I guess. But look, I mean, we got like 6 potatoes, but I waited like months for these. So, I don't know. I guess basically, I need to I need to grow so many potatoes. I don't even know where I'd get all the space for it. And now here's the real test, because I have no idea if these are done. ChatGPT just told me that most likely when the potatoes are done, the onions would also be done. Is that true? No idea. But if it's anything like the potatoes, okay, well, we definitely have an onion. But these onions are so tiny. Okay, all right, let's see what we got right here, guys. Okay, onion. Are they supposed to be this small? Or am I just trying to harvest them way? They look like garlic cloves. Yeah, there's no way these are ready to go. Like look how big these are. Okay, you know what? I thought here's one. Here's a decent size. Not really, but like okay. So chat, help your boy out. Am I supposed to be harvesting them at this size? Because I don't think that I am. And also, there's only 4 in here? I know I planted more than that. Okay, well, apparently not. So, you know what? Okay, I don't know if these are supposed to be taken out, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, you know what? I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm just gonna take these, I guess. And there's only 4 of them in here. Well, there's this one, but I don't feel like that one's ready to go at all. And that's really it. Okay, so here's what I would recommend. If you're somebody with a home garden and the internet tells you only plant a certain amount, plant much more, because the amount that you get back is far less than you would think it would be. Okay, I'm gonna replant these two, and then I'm also going to definitely plant some more. But we essentially have, I don't know, like 4, maybe? This is what I got. This is all that was in there. And I know I planted more than this. So, just goes to show. Whatever you think you're going to get out of your garden, you're going to get far less unless you actually know how it works. And I don't. So, welcome to learning and figuring things out on my own with the help of ChatGPT and Gemini, because that's what we do. And I'm going to go grab some more. I think I have some in my garage. Give me 1 second. All right. So I have all of these, and these are different assortments of onions. So my thoughts are, I did what Chat told me, which I put a small amount in here. I'm just gonna roll all these in here. And it could be too many, it could not be too many. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if I'm just like over populating these onions. I'm taking out the ones that kind of already look dead because they have been sitting in my garage for some time. So I don't even know if these are going to sprout, if I'm being completely honest with you. But, I mean, might as well wait and see, I guess. Hopefully at least they give me some green onions, because I will eat green onions all day long. I guess I'm just kind of taking out the ones that, at least to me, look like they're definitely dead. And yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Because how many onions you're supposed to have in this, I have no idea. But I know I put whatever it recommended, and I got 2 onions. Or maybe I didn't wait long enough. I'm not for sure. Okay, that's a very real possibility. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't know. And then I'm gonna throw this on top. And then somewhat voila. I guess we're done. I guess. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better than mine. If you've ever had a garden before. So, this is my full haul for like 4 months. 4 onions that may or may not have been ready to go. And about, what's that, 2, 4, 6, about 10 potatoes, varying a lot in size, is what we have. Am I happy about that? Not at all. But it is what it is. And I'm just your local accountability partner, your local gardener. And I'm just here to let you know that, look, if I can do it, you can do it too. That's really all you need to know about this. Because I'm almost positive that it should have gave me way more stuff than that, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting scammed. Gardening is a scam. Like I said, if anybody is an actual gardener, please leave a comment in the comment section down below of like how many was that actually supposed to produce? Was it supposed to produce any? Did I not wait long enough to get everything that I needed out? Because it said once the tops of them die off, and they definitely look dead. Or at least they did to me. So this is just my 2 cents. And I have no idea what this plant is. I think it's a strawberry plant. But for the life of me, I couldn't tell you what that actual plant is looking at it. Like I said, my observation so far is that gardening with just a backyard and like no heavy machinery or like a lot of land to be able to do things on is a scam. I got 4 onions and 10 potatoes, and that was months and months of just nothingness, of just running up a water bill basically. But it has taught me something, and that's with managing a garden, it's about consistency. Pretty much the same thing that every self-help guru or fitness influencer preaches on the internet. It's about coming out here every day, watering your plants, making sure you're keeping the pests out of them, making sure you're whispering sweet nothings to them. Or maybe, I don't know what I thought those were grapes. I could be, I don't know. And I really don't think I'm watering this stuff nearly as much as it needs to be watered. I do a handful of these, it starts leaking out the bottom, and I'm like, well, if all the water is just leaking out the bottom, that means the plants are not absorbing it and the soil's not absorbing it, so I probably shouldn't water them anymore. But just from my observation, being that I'm a gardener now, they look like they just need so much more water. I normally don't double back on like these plants, but I'm really just at the point now where I'm like, everything obviously needs way more water than I'm giving it. This one, I'm pretty sure is about to die. These are supposed to go to new homes. That was supposed to be done already. It's my bad. I forgot to take them with me yesterday, but they're still surviving. They're just not getting any bigger. But I think plants, as well as, I think they say sharks, only grow to as large as the container that they're in. And I get that. They're kind of like people. You can only be as good as the circle that is around you. So if you want to upgrade your life, maybe upgrade your circle. Get around people who are consistent, people who are trying to be better on a daily basis. And whatever that may be. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's school, maybe it's, people in happy relationships or marriages, or people that are closer to God in your religious beliefs. Because building a community of people that, think the same, that have the same belief system, has always been a way to get ahead in life. And if you don't believe me, just give it a try for yourself. If you are someone that's overweight, if you are drastically underweight, maybe you're like, have trouble eating and getting all your nutrients in, get you around a whole bunch of people that all they do is go to the gym and take care of their bodies. It'll change your life. Because I swear, people who actually like count their calories and work out all the time, you will not catch those people eating bad, skipping workouts, doing things that could potentially harm their bodies. And then it's just about, staying around those people as much as you can, because they will help you and motivate you to move in the right direction. Also, how much water do you think these things actually need? I assume it's a lot, right? But I'm also not sure. So I'm basically just putting water in these things until like it kind of, to me, looks wet. Or I hear it kind of dripping water out the bottom. Because I'm like, well, if we're dripping water out the bottom, it's not being absorbed. And I feel like the 5, maybe like 6 pepper plants per these big totes makes the most sense. Because there's no way doing 2 of them made sense. Maybe for the tomato. Tomato plants do get pretty big, not gonna lie to you. And I might realize here in a little bit that 5 pepper plants is way too many. I'm just not sure. Like I said, just your neighborhood gardener trying to figure out how this actually works so I can feed my future family off the land. Now I just need some meat wrap. And I am still very confused about how this is growing, if I'm being honest with you. Because the first batch of this romaine lettuce did not look like this in the slightest. But after I picked the first one, it started growing all funky. And like I said, I'm not for sure. Am I supposed to just like eat the leaf? I don't know. So as you see, I need all the help I can get. So I'm not gonna water that one because I don't think it has anything in it. This is the brand new onion one. Oh no, they're like floating to the top. Wait, shouldn't the soil like way down? I literally put it under the soil. Okay, yeah, these are just like floating, so we will come back to these because I'm not sure what exactly is going on with all these onions and that they're buoyant and they now float apparently. Or maybe I just need way more soil in here. I'm not for sure. The only one that I'm confident about is really my pepper plants, because those have shown to be, I guess, more resilient than anything else that I'm working with over here. And it's crazy. I water these things twice a day. I was gonna say every day, but you know, every now and then I do miss. And they get watered maybe in the morning or only maybe in the evening. And the only time I skip them is when it rains. See, and look, it's running out the bottom, so that means there's obviously too much water. Or at least you would think, so that I normally stop when that happens. But as you see, I need all the help that I can get. If you're somebody that's a gardener, that knows how to garden, please lend me your knowledge in the comment section down below. How many potatoes was supposed to be produced from that bucket? I swear I put a ton of potatoes in there. Or potato sprouts, or whatever it's called. And like I said, am I just watering these things too much maybe? Maybe that's, I doubt it, but you know, it could be a possibility. And I guess what I need to do is rebury these things deeper maybe? Because there's no way they should have, from watering them, come all the way up to the top soil level, right? So let's try to rebury these things maybe a little bit better. Or I'm gonna get some soil and kind of top it off. I feel like that would help. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! Also, I did that last time and I'm just like, why don't I just take this out? But you know what? Running so behind right now that I don't even know if I'm definitely 1000% next time when the season starts. Tomatoes, peppers, I guess and cucumbers are gonna be my absolute go-tos because I'm just not feeling like the harvest is going to be large enough for me, let alone for anybody else. And I don't know why that little cucumber plant just ain't growing. He must be the run of the litter or something. But I try to keep my boy hydrated. Oh no. Oh. And it just rained. So like, I don't know, man. Thinking everything was going good except for my little pepper plant over there. So maybe they do just need far more water. I'm really not sure, if I'm being honest with you. We're sure there's a way in which plants could tell you if they're getting the right amount of water. I mean, I'm sure there is. Like, oh, if this one grows this direction or something. But I don't know what that is. So, at first, I was worried about watering them too much. But then I kind of took the approach that, like, man, these vegetable plants are basically like people. And I don't know many people that you can, like, hydrate them too much. I mean, maybe to an extent, but to get hydrated too much must be extremely difficult. Also, big shout out to my son. If you didn't know, I have a son. His name's Christopher Hood. You know, he's been copying after his dad for a long time, aka me, and started up his garden. And he has a bigger garden than I do. And that's, you know, what you like to see from your son. You like to see them take what you taught them and run with it and make it better. So, Christopher, I'm so proud of you, son. I just, sometimes it brings me to tears at how you've grown and how you become the man that you are today. Remind me to send you some money or something, like a quick $20, because you really been doing your thing, Christopher. Really been doing your thing. Yeah, I need another level, level of soil. But I'm really excited for these cucumber plants. They say you're supposed to like play in the dirt. I don't know how real that is though. I think sometimes people just be saying stuff on social media just to get you to click on their videos. It's like, why exactly do I gotta play in the dirt to hopefully get my stuff to grow? That don't really make much sense, but if it is true, I do it. Also, I have logs at the bottom of these, and that could be one of the reasons that they're growing kind of funny, because their roots could be right up on a log and they just have no place to go. I tried to keep them far enough away from like the actual logs themselves so I wouldn't have that problem, but I don't know, because it looks like some of these are right up against some of the logs. I know somebody's commented on my last video and was like, you need to water these with more care. Well, look, you can raise pansy vegetables if you want. I'm teaching mine that when it's time to drink, it's time to get hydrated, you better get your fair share. I ain't growing no pansy vegetables over here. Yeah, like that one's definitely just like on top of a log. And I really don't know how we're gonna combat that, but hopefully I figure that out. And it has been really hot too. So maybe that's another reason. You're probably asking, Trey, why are you going back and watering those? Look, I'm just trying to make sure that they all get enough water. It's more of a back workout than it is like fun and enjoyable. But I don't know, I feel like 4 cups of water apiece should be enough water, right? This one has always done really well. Even the flowers are blooming. I got green onions that need harvested. All right. And just like that, I mean, hopefully, and I mean hopefully, all my plants are getting enough water. Hopefully they continue to grow and produce fruit and veggies. Because I don't know what I'm doing over here. As you can see, setup made by yours truly. Ah! And I'm really just hoping for the best. But just like that, thanks for stopping by another video. Like I said, we had the haul today. I say haul, it was more like a hope for the best. We might have something actually be produced, because as you can see, we didn't get a whole lot of stuff. But really appreciate you stopping by. If you are new to the channel, gosh, it's hot out here. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below how you feel about the garden. Is it doing well? Is it not doing well? Did I plant enough? Did I not plant enough? I don't know, because obviously, as you can tell, I need all the help that I can get. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.